Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and to my favorites of 2017. So if you've been following my channel for a little while, you know that each month I do a monthly favorites roundup, and it's sort of everything within sort of the health and wellness space. So, you know, things from like healthy food to wellness products to green beauty, skincare, all that kind of stuff. That's the stuff that I love, and I have a bit of a hoarding problem. So yeah, I get to share it all with you. I went through all of my past videos and also just like looked at the stuff that I've been using for the last year and picked out the ones that are my top favorites of the year. So the things that I just kept coming back to, really have used consistently throughout the year, or a lot, you know, sort of more recently, and know that I'll continue to be using pretty consistently, because I'm sure you guys are like this. You get really into something and then you kind of get over it at some point, and these are the things that I still haven't gotten over. So I'm pretty certain they're legit. They're pretty good products, but this is kind of a long one because I have a lot of products. Well, I thought I was pretty good in terms of my selection, but I'm probably forgetting some and I'm probably including too many, but you know, let's hang out. I'll show you what I love this year. So let's kick things off with a little green beauty. And I think some of these are, you know, are pretty predictable because I talk about them all the time. And first on that list is the Gressa Minimalist Corrective Serum Foundation. When it comes to natural foundation, this stuff is like holy grail. Like it is absolutely incredible. This is my third bottle from this year. A little bit actually goes a long way. I just use it a lot. So I use it pretty much daily, where I mix it with my moisturizer. So it just adds a little bit more coverage. If you're dealing with acne, it's amazing for that. But you know, when I'm going out and I wanna like look more dressed up, I use it on its own, but really a little bit goes a long way. I'm also guilty of using a beauty blender, which I really like the way it looks when I use the beauty blender, but it definitely eats more products. So that's kind of my fault, but I'm obsessed with this stuff. It's amazing coverage. The ingredients are insane. Like, I don't understand how they make this. It's like God like cried golden tears into a bottle and I put it on my face. So I feel pretty good about that one. Next up, no surprises here, Ilia lipstick. I'm picking Perfect Day for this year. It was a toss-up between Perfect Day and Madame Mina. I'm wearing Perfect Day right now. It's just a really beautiful sort of like bright orangey color, but it looks good on everyone. I'm like blown away how everyone looks good in the shade. So definitely had to include this one this year. When it comes to natural lipsticks, I mean, Ilia is amazing. Like, it's just so creamy and smooth and long lasting, and I mean, I've been using them for a couple of years now, but 2017 was the year that I like decided to branch out of sort of my classic colors and experiment a little bit, and this one totally blew me away. So I struggled a little bit with this one because there's one product that I feel like I'm devoted to, but then I tried this one and I was like, this one's better, which is crazy because I didn't think you could get better than the other one. So the other one is the RMS Living Luminizer, which is amazing and has sort of a cult following. It really is a fantastic product. But I tried the Vapor Halo Illuminator in Moonlight. So it has sort of a like rose goldy color. Not really gold, I don't know, sort of a rose highlight. And it's just amazing. I'm wearing it right now. I also like basically did my makeup in the dark, so I hope it looks okay. I am obsessed with this stuff. It's amazing. I get complimented on it all the time. And if you're looking for a fantastic highlighter, this one is totally worth investing in. It's super creamy and awesome. So this is a product that I bought at the beginning of the year, and I knew it was gonna be a really good investment. It also wasn't that expensive considering how much use I've gotten out of it. I think it was like 25 bucks or something. And this is the eyeshadow palette from Lily Lolo. This one is in Laid Bare. It's just a really great array of colors. It lasts a really long time. It's very pigmented, but not overwhelmingly so. And it's just fun to play around with. I find that I much prefer to invest in palettes because then I have like a lot of stuff that I can do with it rather than just one eyeshadow color, unless you're like only into like one shade, but I'm just not. I like having a little bit of fun from time to time, and this has, you know, been easy to travel with, fun to play around with, and just, you know, a really good bang for your buck when it comes to investing in eyeshadows. Let's move on to skincare. This is the Botnia toner. I've talked about this a bunch throughout the year. It's a fantastic toner. It has hyaluronic acid in it, which is just really, really good for my skin. I find it really does help balance the pH and is super, I don't know, just like a really, really great quality toner. I don't know what else to say about it. You know, it's one of those things where you're just like, I use this all the time, so it's great. I like it. But this is actually a San Francisco-based company. I think you can order online. People have asked me about it. I'm pretty sure they deliver across the US, but I'll double check that for you. But I just buy it in the city and at a couple different places that carry it. And it's just a really great toner. They fixed the bottle halfway through the year, so it actually sprays a lot better now, and I really like it. Next up is a line that I feel like I haven't talked that much about. I definitely mentioned it in one of my favorites videos and also in my face mask video. And the reason I don't talk about it a lot is because it was really expensive, and it's definitely worth the price. I just don't want everyone feeling like they need to go out and buy super expensive products. That being said, they have lasted so long. So I think I got these in like May. So it's been at least 6 months and they're only about halfway through. This is the Mahalo Petal Mask. It smells like roses. It's unbelievable. Like just in terms of like blood flow and decreasing inflammation, like you can feel it working. It has an amazing texture to it. I just am obsessed with this. And this is the Mahalo Balm. I use this at night as my moisturizer. It just seals everything in. I'm about halfway through it. I think it was like $100 for this, but I have gotten so much use out of it. I'm totally obsessed with it, 1000% repurchasing it. And yeah, I mean, I just really like them. I don't want you guys to feel like you need to go out and spend this much on products. That's what I think can be kind of annoying about the natural skincare world. Things are more expensive because the quality is better, but this is definitely a high-end product. I'm still on the lookout for something that has the same effect that's a little bit cheaper, but for now, this, yeah, it's really good, guys. So if you wanna invest in something that's gonna last a long time and is amazingly hydrating for your skin, the Mahalo Balm is like, holy grail. While we're on the topic of masks, I did want to highlight this exfoliating mask from Luminance. I was really into Luminance products at the beginning of the year, and I still do use a lot of the products, but in terms of the ones that I really love, their exfoliating mask is incredible. When it comes to price point, Luminance is amazing. They make really great quality products and they're on the more affordable side, which I really like. I love the company ethos and everything that they stand for. I was using their acne serum for most of the year, but I did find that it was sort of exacerbating some skin issues I was having because of the tea tree that's in it. And I'm just super sensitive to tea tree, so that's just me. But I know a lot of people have used it and love it, so I would still encourage you to try it out if you're not sensitive to tea tree. I still use their face wash when I need a double wash. I don't use it on its own anymore because I needed something a bit more moisturizing. Even though it isn't like super stripping, it's still like, it's soap based, and I find that that can be a little bit intense for my skin. So I still use it and I still repurchase it, but I just don't get the big bottle of it anymore. But in terms of the one that I keep repurchasing, their exfoliating mask is incredible. It uses like papaya enzymes, which like naturally help exfoliate your skin. I don't use any kind of harsh exfoliants on my skin anymore. I only use like fruit extracts that help like peel off the layer of dead skin, and it's just been so much better for my skin. So definitely check out the exfoliating mask. Let's move on to hair care, and I feel like I've been exploring more hair care in sort of the second half of the year. Ever since I was like, I'm gonna embrace my curls, I decided to sort of go down the rabbit hole of figuring out how to take care of curly hair, and it's meant sort of switching up my shampoo and conditioner. I have gone through like 6 different types of shampoo and conditioner, so I'm still working on figuring out the best ones for my hair, and trust me, you will hear about it. I've gotten so many requests for a curly hair routine, so stay tuned for that in the new year. I will absolutely film that video for you. I just want to nail down everything. But in terms of styling, I mentioned this in last month's video, and I'm like completely over the moon obsessed with this product. This is the Wonder Balm from Evolve. I have not tried anything else like this on the market. It helps like hold curls, give shape without your hair being super crunchy, which you get with like mousse or gel. So it's like totally, you know, it has a lot of movement, but it definitely helps with frizz and helps with defining curls. A little bit goes a long way, so it is on the pricier side. It's $60 for the bottle, but I mean, I think I've maybe used a quarter of it, and I use it every single day. So it's honestly a really good deal. It's just a lot to, you know, think about. A bottle of mousse that's $5 versus $60 for this. It's obviously very expensive, but it is a fantastic product, and I've recommended this to so many curly haired people who love it as well. So if you're curly haired, even if you're not, I've heard people with straight hair who want to get more definition in their hair use this and they really like it. A little bit goes a long way. So I think where people make the mistake with this product is they use too much of it and then their hair looks really greasy because it is oil based. But if you use a little bit and help sort of style your hair, then I find that it works really, really well. I'm also going to include a video below of a like curly haired YouTuber who did a really great tutorial of using Evolve. She actually diffuses her hair in it, but I don't diffuse my hair because I'm trying to limit hot tools because I'm trying to, you know, bring some life back to my hair. So definitely check out that video if you're curious how to style your hair with the Wonder Balm. So I felt like Sage deserved its own category, so it's getting its own category. I had to limit myself to 2 products because I could go on for days. You know how obsessed I am with Sage, but everyone always asks me what they should buy first when it comes to Sage, so I'm hopefully, you know, sort of including this as a way for you to figure out what to invest in first. So this is the Pocket Pharmacy. It's amazing. It comes with 5 roll-ons, each of which has like a different effect. I use the Fortify oil all the time. I've replaced the Fortify bottle 3 times this year. That's how often I use it. And then I also use Peppermint Halo when I have a headache. Like there's just so many different uses for this. It's a really great place to start if you're just starting with aromatherapy and sort of essential oils. I think this is a really great investment. And then if you are into diffusing, which I'm obviously obsessed with diffusing, I have an insane amount of oils to diffuse, but I wanted to pick out my absolute favorites of the year. So this one is Tranquility, and this is like a sleeping pill for me. I put on Tranquility and I like pass out, like I'm out cold. This stuff is amazing. I love the smell of it. Sometimes I do it just to relax. I really, really love Tranquility. And then in terms of sort of daytime diffusing, I have a whole list of them, but I picked out Goddess because you guys know I love the smell of jasmine, and this is super jasmine-y. So if you're into that, I think you'd really like this. But what I've learned is that people are very particular about the scents that they like, which is great. We're all so different and we're all gonna have a preference. Those are just my preferences, but I know people, you know, who prefer more sort of like earthy tree, kind of eucalyptus smells, which I also really like, but they're just not my go-to. I like kind of warmer, more citrusy scents, floral stuff. Does that make any sense? Let's move on to food / things that you can ingest, which sounds weird, but it's like, you know, beverages and that kind of stuff. The first thing is these. I've talked about them a little bit, but it's actually my friend's company called Wellness Co, and they are adaptogen elixirs that you can add to your drinks, you know, whether it's just water or your coffee or your tea or whatnot. I just add it to my water. As I'm sure you could tell, I'm like almost finished all of them. I blow through them. This is my 2nd bottle of Everest. I love this stuff. It makes me drink water. I totally notice the adaptogenic benefits of it. I'm working on a post all about like what adaptogens are and how to incorporate them. So definitely stay tuned for that. I don't know if I'm gonna do a video. I might just do a blog post. So make sure you're following the blog so you don't miss that. But if you guys wanna see that video, comment below. But I love these. They taste delicious and they help. They totally help. So for tea, I wanted to talk about tea because you guys know I love tea. I wanted to mention this company, which is Yerba Buena Tea Company. I've talked about them throughout the year, all the different teas. I tried them in January for the first time when we first moved to San Francisco, and I was like, wow, these are really great quality teas. And I think I started with the coconut rooibos, which I haven't been able to find on their website, but I just emailed them and I just like pay directly to them and they make it for me. So I don't know if they're making small batches for me or what, but if you are, thank you. And since then, it's been sort of like a game of trying out their entire tea line. I bought a bunch, and then they're also so generous. They always send like a couple extra ones when I order, and so I've gotten to try so many of them. And my other favorites are the tummy mint, which is really great if I have a tummy ache. It's just peppermint and ginger and fennel and like a bunch of different stuff that help with, you know, an upset stomach. And then this is the chamomile lavender, which I love at night to help me sleep. It's so relaxing. It's really, really pungent in terms of the lavender taste, which I love the taste of anything lavender. So I'm super into this, but they're a great tea company. They use like all organic flowers and roots and all that stuff. I feel like I'm not describing them very well, but they're like not like fake tea. Do you know what I mean? Where it's just like a bunch of flavoring. It's like actual like leaves of things. So it's just really good, high quality tea and absolutely delicious. And I love supporting a San Francisco company. So definitely check out Yerba Buena Tea Company. Next up for food, and I think there's gonna be absolutely zero surprises here, but Clarissa's Kitchen. I never thought that I would see the day where I'd be like eating protein snacks as my like go-to snack, but they're just so convenient and delicious, and they just always hit the nail on the head. Like I'm craving this, eat it, and it's just like, I'm not hungry anymore, which I love. Like, I'm someone who snacks because I'm like hungry every 2 hours or so, but I like don't like thinking that much about my food. And so I like hate the fact that I like constantly have to be feeding myself. I don't know if that sounds weird or not. I just like don't get that excited about my next meal. So I feel like having snacks that you know that you can trust, that taste good, that you don't have to think that much about, are really nice to have around. So I love having my house full of Larissa's Kitchen. I love them for traveling. I love all of their products. They're just really, really great. There's so many different flavors, but definitely check out Korean barbecue and the original beef sticks. Those ones are my favorite. Then next up, I'm not sure if I've mentioned this in a favorites video, but I've literally been eating them all year. If you watched any of my What I Eat in a Day videos, you would know this, but I love the dark chocolate peanut butter cups from Trader Joe's. We buy like 3 of these at once. Kurt and I like demolish these. But honestly, like I don't find that I'm like reaching for handfuls. I have like 1 or 2 at night, and it totally hits the spot in terms of just like a little bit of dessert. I just like having them around. Sometimes I'm like, I just want something really sweet. And I'm not normally like a super sweet person. Like I feel like people are always surprised at like how little sugar I use in things, not for any reason other than I just like don't like super sweet, but for some reason, I really love those. They're very sweet, but they're really delicious. And I don't know, especially if I'm PMSing, I'm like, yeah, bring them on. So a few other things I mentioned a couple months ago, and I actually did a whole video on it, but it's Imperfect Produce. Basically, they are a CSA that gets delivered to your front door full of produce that's imperfect. So it doesn't always look beautiful, but to be honest, most of mine actually looks really great. So I don't know. It's just really great quality produce that normally wouldn't end up in a grocery store because it isn't the most like cosmetically pleasing, but in the process of both like saving money, you save like 30 to 50% on your produce. You're also helping the environment by reducing food waste. So it's an amazing company. I love that they're growing across the US. I'm hoping that they'll end up in your city, but if you live on the West Coast, they're in a bunch of cities, and they just launched in Chicago, and they're just a really great company. So I'm really excited to see what happens for them. And for now, I'm loving getting my box each week. It's just super convenient and really great quality. Then I did want to mention one thing for Bodhi. So at the start of the year, we switched Bodhi to Stella and Chewy's raw, like gently baked kibble. So it's a mixture of raw and gently baked. And he loves it. He had a lot of tummy aches when he was a puppy because he had Giardia twice and he had to be treated for it 3 times. So it definitely took a toll on his digestive system. So he was on this like delivery, like raw food delivery, and it was just so expensive and like so over the top. And I wanted like a really great quality, convenient product that we could also travel with, because when we road tripped across the country, we had to bring a cooler with us for Bodhi's food. It was like a whole process, and I just was over it. And I was so happy when I heard about Stella and Chewy's, and I was like, this can't be as good as it sounds. But Bodhi is obsessed with it. He loves it. You take the bag out and he like loses his mind. If you want to see Bodhi's reaction to his meals, it's really cute because we do these like daily affirmations with him. I'll link to the What Bodhi Eats in a Day video, which is adorable, and I love watching it because, I mean, I'm obsessed with my dog. 2017 favorite, Bodhi. 20 everything favorite, Bodhi. And then I had to do a couple clothing favorites. So I wanted to give a shout out to these Levi's jeans. They are so comfortable, they fit so well. I think I told you guys on Instagram how much you need to buy them. I would size down 1 size. They do fit sort of girlfriendy. It's funny because they kind of market them as skinny jeans, which they are, but they're like a little bit looser than the average skinny jean, I would say. And so I just find them very comfortable. They're really flattering, high-waisted. They make my butt look great, and they're kind of a nice in-between like sweatpants and jeans, if you know what I mean. Like, I feel like I hate wearing like super skinny tight jeans because I'm just like, oh, I'm uncomfortable, and every time I bend down, everyone sees my crack. Should I say that? I don't know if I'm supposed to say that. You don't have the problem with these because they're like grandma height. It's awesome. And then also my Merrell slip-ons. I used to have a pair of slip-ons that were really great, but ended up having to throw them out after like 8 months because I wore a hole through the heel. And that is not gonna happen with these. That's the nice thing about companies that make athletic wear that then sort of move into the like fashion athleisure world, is that they make really high quality products that are also really cute. So they're insanely comfortable, they're waterproof, they're just I mean, they're really dirty right now because I wear them all the time. They're just very convenient, especially if you have a dog and you need to slip on shoes to run outside to walk them. Like, just so convenient. And I'm just a really big fan of Merrell, and I love that they're making cute shoes because I'm not gonna wear my hiking boots everywhere. Though I've thought about it. That is my list of 2017 favorites. Kind of long, but I hope you got some ideas in there of things that are actually worth investing in, or maybe you're Christmas shopping right now and want to get some last minute gifts. I would highly encourage any of these for anyone who's into sort of health and wellness, although dog food might be kind of weird. Though, like, I would really appreciate dog food because, you know, the price adds up on that. If you guys are excited for some things coming up in 2018, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. So many new videos, doing like a curly hair video, more what I eat in a day, daily vlogs, just some like fun content. I'm like so excited to be able to share more of my life and more of my favorites for you guys. We'll see, you know, what next year has to bring, but this is gonna be the last video of 2018 because your girlfriend is going on vacation, and I'm very, very excited about that, to, you know, take a week off and enjoy some time with friends and family. So I hope you all have a wonderful holiday break. If you have some time off, or just, you know, Christmas with your family and New Year's, I hope you celebrate, or if you want to chill at home and do nothing, that's totally cool too. You do you. So I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday season. So much love for all of you and all of your support this year. I'm so, so grateful to every single one of you, and yeah, for just being awesome. So anyway, have a good one. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. So I just watched the footage and I look naked. I'm not naked, I'm wearing a shirt, but just so you know, not naked.